Okay, so another case I got. This is the last case I'm doing. I'm sick of doing it. I don't even want these last two cases. I don't even want to do them because I'm going back to that place. I don't even want to do them, but I'm gonna do them because I gotta share it with you. And these are my experiences. I'm not doing it anymore. Okay, I can't. Watch my past videos. So don't write me and say you gotta do it or I'm a loser for doing it or whatever. You know, people are doing that, saying that already on my YouTube. I'm like, fuck, these are my experiences. That's it. If you want to do it, learn from my experiences. I tell you how to do it. So anyway, a girl goes missing in Quebec, and so we decided we're gonna do it. Now my friend, he's on the phone. I hook up to the girl. I go see what happened. She's abducted, and she's in a crappy little house in the same town. Crappy little house, I don't know, with a guy. And I kept going to see her. They didn't hurt her or nothing. I kept going to see her like twice a day. My friend is losing his mind. I don't know, for some reason we got totally addicted to finding this girl. And she was this little cute little thing, okay? Like 9 years old, 10 years old. And for some reason we got addicted to finding her. I don't know why. It's the weirdest thing. We hook up, he calls the cops. What I see, that's that. I go back. My buddy's driving me nuts to go back. I'm like, dude, something's gotta be different. I ain't spending an hour or a half an hour hooking up to her, going up and down, looking all around, looking at license plates and everything, and then nothing's fucking changing. Wait till she gets moved or wait till something else happens. You know, twice a day is good. Something like that. He's driving me nuts, literally. I can't even have the time to tell you what he's doing. So anyway, I go to sleep in the afternoon one time. I lay down in bed, and I'm thinking of the girl, and I ain't even hit the pillow, and boom, I'm at her school. And the janitor is watching her. So I have this vision. The janitor is watching the girl. He didn't do anything. He made the phone call. Said, yeah, I got a good one here. To the guy who took her when she was leaving school, or whatever the hell happened. Somewhere she got abducted when the school was out. And I fucking got up, called my buddy, told him the vision I had. He called the police and told him. I mean, I am in the school. It was clear as I'm looking at you, looking at the TV, looking at reality. It was, if not more detail. And I could see the janitor. Anyway, gave the description. He called the cops. Nothing came of it. They moved her, right? After a couple of days, they moved her to another place. And I can't remember all the places. They moved her a lot, okay? They kept moving her around to these junky little places. And finally, they, like a week or 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks. She's gone for a long time. And finally, she ends up at, what the hell was it? She ends up in Montreal. And she was out of town outside of Montreal. Far outside Montreal. She ends up in Montreal, and they're moving her around there. They move her to a warehouse along the St. Lawrence River. As you're coming into Montreal, there's like 100 little warehouses along the river where they load boats and cargo and crap. She's in there. The guys got HKs. They talk European. They're talking European. They're like European guys. I don't know what nationality, like European. And like Russians. I'm not saying Russian. They could be Ukrainians or whatever. But that type of guy. And they're all dressed in black. Two of them, they all got guns. And there's this in the warehouse, they got her back hidden away somewhere in the warehouse. It's all black in there. I go to the office. There's an office, and there's a guy, and there's people walking around in the warehouse with these fucking guns. And he's on the phone telling the cops this. All right. I don't know where it is along the St. Lawrence River. There's warehouses all along and loading docks and stuff on the south of Montreal. Anyway, and I know this because I'll tell you in a minute. Holy shit. That stuck in my head, right? And there was like five. There was 5 guys. There was the one big ringleader. He was in the office talking. Then there was the 4 guys with the HKs. Well, they looked like one guy had an HK type of gun, okay? I don't know. It was, Anyway, because I had to look it up on the internet and figure out what kind of gun it was. And I go, that's it. And it was an HK. So anyway, they had handguns and HKs and little fucking spray guns. They do in drive-bys, them type things. They had those. And they said they had her back there. And so anyway, so I'm figuring, okay, they're going to ship her off to another country, right? Throw her in one of them cargo containers or in a boat, and that's the last we're going to see of her. It never happened. I hook up to her again a little while later, and she's moved into Montreal, into a rich guy's house, some rich guy. So I hook up to her. He's got her in a hidden room in the basement. In a hidden room, there's a hidden door on the wall in the basement, and he's got her living in there. He put up a little bedroom for her in there, and it was in a hidden wall. And he had a maid, and the maid would come and give her food and stuff. But I never saw him rape her or anything. He's like he was keeping her for somebody else. And he never raped her. He never did nothing to her. Which kind of, the guy, he was an older guy. And I gave the description of everything, okay? And then I go outside the house. I come outside the house, and there's a big front yard, and there's a steel iron fence around the yard like this. And the driveway comes in, and I'm looking at the house, and there's a pool in the backyard. And then there's the St. Lawrence River. A little further on beyond the trees, there's a river right there, and there's picnic tables and everything. People sit and look at the river and shit. I don't know. And then anyway, I'm seeing that, and she's there for like a month, okay? And I'm telling the guys, this is where she's at. The cops, and my buddy's driving me nuts. And so one day we were at the coffee shop, different coffee shop. It was in the mall. For some reason we're in the mall. We gotta go shopping or something. And my buddy, he's like, oh, I wish we could go there. And we're talking about wish we could go. We had a car. And I'm like, fuck, I could find a house in 5 minutes if we had a fucking car. Also, my buddy, another friend comes up. He goes, hey man, what are you doing? What are you guys doing here? We're outside the patio having a coffee. And he goes, oh, we're trying to find remote view of the missing girl. What's her name? He goes, oh yeah, tell me about it. So we told him what I'm telling you here. and he goes, why the hell are you sitting here? And he goes, you should be over there looking for her. And I go, yeah, I know. We don't have a car. And he goes, well, I got a car. Let's go. And I go, what? And he goes, yeah, come on. Let's go home, get your shit. Let's go. He goes, I got fucking nothing to do. Let's go. So, the next day we were going to go. We figured out a good time and everything. So my buddy preempted my shit. I told him, I'm like, I don't want to talk to the police. I go, let's go find her for ourselves. Let's go do it the right fucking way. We got the phone numbers for all the cops. You got all the cops' phone numbers. Let's ID the girl. Let's do something first. Then call the cops. All right? He's like, yeah, okay. So, we get in the car, midnight. We're driving to Montreal. Oh, and actually, we're driving to Three Rivers, which is where she's from. But I didn't know that at the time. I just figured we're going to Montreal to look and get a motel room or whatever. Buddy, as we're way out of town past London, heading into Toronto, goes, oh yeah, by the way, he goes, By the way, I was talking to the cops. The cop is going to meet us at the headquarters of the search. Her parents, the girl's missing. Her parents made like a headquarters to find her. And the cop was there, her dad, and her uncle, and her family members. They all worked in there trying to find her, put out pamphlets and stuff. And he goes, we're going to meet him there. And I guess the uncle has a friend who owns a motel, and we can stay there for 3 nights. And I'm like, oh, you just did this, right? Last night you just did it. Okay? So, anyway, it's all good, but it just ruined the whole thing. For me, it did, anyway. Anyway, because I don't really want to be bothered by police, and I can tell you why in a minute. So we go there, we get the motel room, I meet the girl's dad and uncle. Okay? These people are out of their fucking minds. And here comes the remote viewer psychic, number 261, in their minds. They don't want no bullshit. They don't want to do that. And I know it, because I'd be the same fucking way. Okay? Oh, drive me nuts. Fucking... I don't even want to meet these people. Okay. The psychic. What is a psychic? You feel everybody's shit. I reach up. I meet the dad. Shake his hand. Guess what I get? All his pain and suffering, torture, derangement, rage, disheartedness, loss, his pain. He's on the fucking verge of fucking suicide. I feel it all, huh? That just fucking killed me right there for a week, okay? I can barely walk now. Oh, here's the uncle. Hello. Boom. So I get their perception of me. I get from the dad and from the mom. I get all their fucking stuff, which I didn't want to do. Then the cop comes in. He's the fucking leader of the fucking SQ, or whatever they're called down there in Quebec. Right? RCMP, SQ guys, whatever they're called, I don't know. He comes in, and I've had a headache in the car for fucking 4 hours driving in the car all the way to Three Rivers, and it's fucking the next morning. We drove all day and all night to get there, in fucking 6 feet of fucking snow. And when you get into Quebec, it's 6 feet of snow, literally 6 feet. We wrecked the car. We didn't wreck the car. We later hit a tire, or hit the curb, wrecked the tire. Had to get it changed and everything. I meet this cop. I've had a headache for 4 hours all night. I meet the cop the next day. I had a headache all night in the motel room that this guy gave us for free because we were fucking poor as dogs. I mean him, he walks right upstairs in my eyes. He's a cop. He must be military commander of the universe, as far as I'm concerned. I shake his hand and say, hey, and my head nearly explodes. The day and a half headache I had was from him hooking up to me and me hooking up to him. It was a beeline of fucking rage right into my head. Okay, that's what I got from him. I took fucking 3 Advil to fucking break that shit coming into my head from the cop. Okay? Now it's time to go look for the girl. But I got a fucking headache. I gotta move all this fucking garbage laying in this motel room. I gotta move all the garbage. I can't think, I can't see, I can't hear. Just from his fucking rage, fucking garbage that I've taken off of him. Or he's sending me. So I lay there for another half a day because I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even move. I was laying there, fucking drools hitting the pillow. I'm on so much fucking drugs to move this fucking energy out of my head. Then, and this is why I'm mad at my friend. This is why I told him, I don't want nobody. Us three. That's fucking it. I can't deal with their shit. How many fucking times do I gotta tell you that? I can't deal with crying dads that want to fucking kill the world. And I don't get me wrong, I fucking get it, man. I am on your side, dude. You don't even understand. That's why I'm here. I get it. But I can't do my job looking for the girl when I'm feeling your stuff. And when I get all these other people's stuff and a fucking cop that's just waiting to shoot somebody and I'm feeling it all, I can't focus on them. Now I know them. I shook their hands, I met them, I looked right in their eye, and we're all hooked up, one big loving, angry family. How in the fuck am I supposed to find a goddamn kid spiritually in that coma mess? Right? This is a big mess. I'm totally gone. Anyway, we eventually go to where, as we were coming into Montreal, by the way, as we were coming into Montreal, we're driving down, and I'm seeing warehouses. So I'm like, these are the warehouses. Yep, there they are. Just like the cop said. We're driving into Montreal. I'm hooking up to the girl. I'm hooking up to her, and I can feel her. We're driving, what is it, east. Right down 401. Right to Three Rivers. That's where we're going. We're bypassing Montreal together. She's there. I can feel her going by. Eventually, she's behind us. I'm going, dude, she's right there. She's right there. He's like, yeah, we gotta go to Three Rivers. So we go to Three Rivers. And then all that stuff happens, okay? Now, next day, we get out. We go into Montreal. And as we were in there, as we were in the research center where all our parents were and everything, cop's on the computer, and he's on the computer, and I'm telling him what I see, and it's along the river. So we went along the river on like a Google map, but a cop Google Maps, and you don't believe the stuff they got. Holy shit! He's going along, and then we find the suburb, we find the house, and he goes, "Hey, come here," and he goes, "I think I found it." So we're looking at a satellite view. There's the house. And there's a cul-de-sac along the river with a bunch of other rich people's houses. And we never saw this before, not until this moment. There's a pool in the background right where I saw it. Everything's perfect. Then he goes, hold on a minute. He comes up, brings up the guy's everything about the guy that lives there. He's hooked up with a business guy in China. He's import-export guy. The cop is livid. He saw Chinese import-export. That was it. He went fucking nuts. He knows this is his job, looking for missing kids. He goes nuts. And then he wanted to come with us. And we're like, no, we're going to Montreal alone. We're going to do it our way. I go, I can't work with cops. And try to tell a cop, I can't spiritually hook up to you, dad, mom, and all the other people. And I'm stressed out already. I just need to be calm, free, happy, do my job. And I go, every day, we got your number. I go, and he tested us. He asked us a whole bunch of questions. What are you going to do if you see her? And I go, call you. And he goes, you goddamn right. Don't you ever. And I go, I understand completely. Which means I'm the alpha male here. I get all the fucking praise. Whatever. I'm the guy who's going to do it. I'm like, dude, I don't even care. If I can fucking identify her, go ahead. Do your thing. But I go, if I see her in danger, and he's fucking bashing her head in against the ground, I'm going. I ain't waiting for you to come riding on your white horse. I'm bashing his fucking head in. If that scenario does happen, which I doubt it will. Anyway, to make a long story short, we're there the first day. We parked at the top of the hill at the cul-de-sac. We parked the car, and we're staring at the house. He's got like 11 cameras in the trees, on the house, along the driveway, looking out over the suburb. 10 cameras all running at once. He's got 2 cars and the driveway, and he's got a black iron fence around the house. I'm sitting in the car. And I'm looking. My buddies are talking about what they're gonna do. I'm just all of a sudden, boom! I'm standing. I have a vision. I'm standing, and I'm staring into the house, and I'm at the black fence. I'm staring into the house. That vision I had right there is I'm hooking up to the girl in the house. That's the exact same vision I had back in Windsor a couple days before I left. Actually, maybe the same day. I had a vision in Windsor, but it was a dream, and I never caught it. But it was like a dream vision, but I never caught it, where I was standing at the fence, and I'm staring into the house, right? But I never remembered that until it happened. It was a deja vu, like a big one. And I go, dude, that is the fucking house she's in. We went and told the cops and all this stuff. We told the cop everything. There's the whole neighborhood is security patrolled by security. And he goes, the cop goes, I know the security guys and they're fucking mean and rotten. So he goes, don't fucking do nothing crazy. They'll be on you in a minute. They already know you're coming. As soon as they see your car, they're gonna know everything. So we got there, parked the car, and the fucking security was driving by 100 times. And we're like, not too much fucking attention, right? Anyway, we staked out the house for a little bit. We saw the maid come out. A maid, just like I saw. Never saw the guy. He was moving around in the garage, between the house and the garage. Like the garage that connected the house, back and forth. Anyway, nothing ever came of it. Nothing ever came of it. So we went back 3 times, back and forth, to see if anything would ever come of it. Like if they'd ever leave with her. Nothing. We couldn't get nothing. So, but anyway, we're back at the headquarters where all the people were trying to find her. And the cop came up to me and he goes, if she's in there, you just tell me. I'll get my guys, we'll kick in the door and go get her. And he goes, if she's in there, but I just need you to tell me she's in there. And I'm like, I didn't see her. I spent 3 days sitting outside of her house. I didn't see her. If I was her dad, I'd be in that fucking house. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. I go, that's what I'm telling. And he goes, tell me she's in there and we'll go get her. And I'm going, I can't tell you that. And I'm like, I wanted to say, yeah, okay, do it, go, do it. Yeah, she's in there. Now, but my instinct, and I have to do this while a cop is staring at my face and his dying parents, or his parents, and all this fucking shit's going on. The cop's staring at my face going, tell me she's in there, and I'll go, get her. We'll fucking kick the door in, we'll go get her. Ain't nothing gonna stop us. And I'm going, my brain is saying, yes, do it. Tell him, Rich. But my fucking soul is saying, don't fucking tell him. Don't give him that. Don't give him that. My brain is going, why in the hell? But I'm at war with myself now. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Why? He's telling me this, my soul's telling me this, and my brain's telling me this. And I gotta figure it out. What's gonna come out of my mouth? And the cop sat there for 5 minutes. Tell me she's in there and I'll go get her. And I'm like, my soul's going, don't do it. You fucking dummy. You don't fucking do it. Put yourself in my position. Alright? I'm about to give the cop, yeah, I saw her in there, a lie. He gets his buddies, goes in there, kicks in the door. Who knows what happens? Maybe they find her. Maybe they don't. She's in a hidden room in the basement. For me, if it was my kid, I would have burnt the whole goddamn place down and got in there. I don't know. I don't even fucking want to think about it. Because I would have went nuts. Anyway, I couldn't tell him. I said, dude, as much as I get it, I didn't see her. I can't be 100% she's in there. But if it was my kid, I'd be in there getting her. And that's where I gotta say, he went, oh, like that. So what does that mean? What is all that about? I thought about it, felt it out, asked my soul, why? Why the fuck do you do that? And he said, they were going to use you as the fall guy. And whatever came of it, it'd be put on you, not them. Not the police. It would be put on you. Maybe bad, maybe good. Right? That's what they do. That's what they do. Now, I'm not saying, I'm saying, but I'm not saying. Alright? Police are good and they're bad. And it's just like Hillary Clinton. Words and lies and deceit and deception. You don't know what's fucking true. And you gotta be on it in a split second. And you're supposed to know all this while there's dying people around you crying about their kid missing. And you're feeling it all. It's hard to check out, man. It's hard to do. Okay, then we went back home. Nothing ever came. We kept doing reports. They moved her to, they didn't move her. What happened was, as I kept going to remote viewer and we were giving them stuff, they were staking, the cops were staking out the house, waiting for her to be moved. Nothing ever came. They never said anything to us. Maybe they just wrote us off as a fucking nut bar. I don't know. Then, basically, she got sick. She caught the flu or something. She got sick and she died in the house. They dumped the body in the river. They weighed it down, threw it in the river. That's what I saw. Then, so she got sick and died. Almost 6 months later, I'm working at the coffee shop. I'm working in the coffee shop. No, I'm working in Wisley, where I used to work out in Wisley at the farm. And I'm doing vegetables, I'm cutting vegetables and stuff. And I'm just sitting there and I'm daydreaming. And all of a sudden I thought about her. I just thought about her. And I went, woof. Like 6 months later. I haven't thought about her in a long time since she died. And he told the cop she died, my buddy. Anyway, I just popped in my head. And all of a sudden I see her. I see a grandma with her. And the grandma goes, "This is the man who was trying to help you." And I see the grandma and the girl. She goes, "This is the man who was trying to," because I hooked up to her. And I was talking to her soul for like 3 months or 4 months, the whole time she was gone. I even hooked up with the grandma because she was there. Now I'm hooked up to them again, and they're both saying thank you. And the girl's waving at me. I'm like waving at you. I go, "I love you, I love you, I love you." So that happened spiritually afterwards, and that just set the ball crying. And I wanted to tell them, oh, so bad, man. So I'm gonna make another video explaining why. All right, stuff I can't because I'm out of time.